Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reviewing this interesting little gadget here that could prove to be a game changer for the Losi Promoto. Let's check it out. It's the good stuff. Don't forget you can get your merch at the Teespring store if you want to help support the channel. Alright guys, so like usual, I'm a veteran. I take my words serious about promoting a product. So if this thing is junk, I'm going to tell you. If I feel it's a good product, I'm going to let you know. I'll let you know either way. I purchased this with my own money. So it's an honest review. Even if it was given to me, I would still give you an honest review. I will not be swayed one way or another by being given free stuff. So basically, anybody that has this bike knows the struggle it is squeezing the crap out of this battery tray and then trying to force the pin through this little hole, because this part's here, this goes through, and you really have to fight it. I mean, it's just a pain. It's kind of blocked in here. So this guy here, Kevin Fine, came up with this 3D printed device to go ahead and help with this situation. So basically, like right here, this thing's going to come down, this thing swings out, this goes over here like so and helps hold it, and then that locks it into place. So I hope that gives you a good visual as to what's going on here. So you can see this little latch right there goes there, and then when you open this thing up, then that allows you to pull that down. So I've already disassembled everything. It's not hard to get to this point, right? So you have two screws right here that take off this piece, right? And then you're going to have two screws right here that go in sideways. Right there, if you look. 1, 2, they go right there. And then everything's out. So this thing comes apart. There's a one screw and a self-locking nut that you have to put in there. I've already went ahead and assembled it, and then what I've done is I've already gone ahead and pre-threaded this plastic with the screws, because it is kind of hard, because you're going to be going through this whole thick bracket here, coming out here, and then screwing to there. So what I've done is like I said, I already went ahead and kind of got the thread started to try to make this process go a little easier and to save a little time on this video so we don't make it terribly long. So there we have it, and I'll leave a link to Kevin's video, and he does a really good job explaining some of the nuances of this, like how to squeeze it and all that to get everything to work right. So, and then there's also a link to his Etsy store and website where you can purchase these products. So let's see here. Try to get this started here. I forgot that's got to go on there. Dang it. Dang it, dang it. Getting in a hurry. Alright, don't forget this is like 3D printed plastic. I'm not sure like how strong it is, so we really don't want to go wrenching into there too terribly tight. There we have it. And now I'll just go ahead and put this back on. Oh yeah, just make sure that we're blocking the holes. We didn't lose the holes there during this process. Even with the bike, you know, I'll use the drill to go ahead and start everything, get it in there most of the way, but I always like to tighten everything by hand because it's plastic, you know. even though I have a clutch on the drill. So there we have it. It's in here, it's installed. Alright, and like he said, there will be a little interference trying to push that up. You'll hear it clicking. He said just give it a little push in there, it'll lock into place, and then that just pivots. This is really hard filming with this bike because it doesn't really lend itself, but so here we have it. Here's the little lever that pops out, and then here, just grab it by the tailpipe. Do that. Oh, push it all the way in, and then see it locks in, and then so you can see it. I think you can see right there how it doesn't quite. So you just give it a little push like that, boom, it's locked. That works so sweet. So let's put in a battery pack. Whoa, what was that? I just saw something fly. What the heck? So this is a bit thicker. Oh, look at that. I chipped off a piece of that label. Okay. So getting the battery in doesn't really feel like much of a problem. I say that in a minute. But getting the battery out is going to fight you a little bit, because this is a little bit thicker than what... So that's going to be a downside to this. It's not impossible. I said there's enough flex in this tailpiece, so there you go. You just... But I think I would rather fight that than what I've been going through trying to get that dang pin in. So there we have it. Push that in, lock it in place. Oh, that, I'm liking that. And then see, with the battery spring loaded on that, you can't unlock that thing. It's like he said, squeeze up here on the muffler, give it a quick flick, and down it comes. So there, if you guys can see that. So right now, you know, you got the battery pushing down, that's locked in. You can't move that. Squeeze this a little bit. Look at that. Whoop. And then down it comes. So to me, the only downside I see to this right now is the added thickness of this bracket right here. It just gives you a little more difficulty in getting this battery pack out. So that is a downside to it. So there you have it. Look at that. Click, click, close. It's in there. Like I said, that's not going anywhere. Squeeze, little flick, pull that down like that, and then here, like I said, this battery though, that is, and I think that's why it's important that on this piece here, you make sure that nut goes on top. I had to go watch this video again to make sure I was putting this together right, but yeah, the nut goes up here. So there you have it, folks. If you're like me, like I think I said earlier, and you have a Promoto, and you are tired, like me, of fighting that battery clip, I highly recommend that. I like it. I think this thing is going to work extremely well. Now, for a long-term review, check out the pinned comment down below. If I ever have a problem with this thing, I'll leave a comment down there to keep everybody updated. But I really feel like this is going to be a great device. I've already went ahead and took the pin off. I'm going to keep the little plastic, the little rubber tether down there for now. I just kind of got it pushed over here because I'm pretty confident in that. I don't want to take that whole thing off, because it is, if I do need to resort back to it, it might be hard to push back, but I have confidence. I think this is going to work pretty good. So we're going to go take it outside, do a few jumps, make sure it doesn't pop open, and ride around, make sure it doesn't rattle somehow and pop open, and we'll come back for our final thoughts. All right, so what I'm going to do is try to give it a couple of fast runs here through the yard. Well, there you go. That should really test the battery out. Slamming into a few things. The yard's really not big enough to run the Promoto, but I'll do the best I can. It's the bumpiest surface I got. I was trying to go over the trees to make it bumpy, but obviously not. This is not an X-Max. All right, so get that out of the way. Oh, oh. All right, I do not want to test the waterproof electronics of this thing, if they are. I'm pretty sure most RCs are, but okay. Not the pool again. All right, let's go in the back and we'll hit the ramp a few times, see if we can bust this battery loose. See, unfortunately, I don't have enough room to turn around once I land, unless I go really slow, but I'm trying to like give some speed. I want to make the jump, you know, land as hard as possible. Oh, there we go. So there we have it. I said it's impossible just to keep going and going and going until something happens. I feel pretty confident in this. Let's see. It's still clipped. Nice and solid, so let's go inside and wrap this up. All right, everyone, so final verdict on the battery door piece here by Fine Laser. I feel comfortable recommending the product. To me, it's a fantastic product, and it does solve a problem that you have with this bike in fighting to get this battery out. It truly does help big time. Okay, so now that I ran it, I'm not trying to get the battery out. It is sticking a little bit. So let's see here. Okay, not probably just a little dirt picked up in there. So I think that could be. Oh, I see. If I really push, I have to really push up on that muffler, and then it frees up. Okay. Probably just a little learning curve with this. I'm not trying to make excuses for this, but I do think, you know, it's probably going to be a problem with, you know, this being a dirt bike and you run into dirt to get some dirt in here. There'll be some interference maybe. But I do like the product. I feel confident in recommending it. I wouldn't recommend anything if I didn't believe in it. Like I said, I paid for this. It was not given to me. This is something that I saw, thought was cool. Figured, let me try it out, and I'll share that with my viewers in case you have a Promoto and you're like me fighting that stupid pin to get that in and out. So there you have it. So I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel below, but that's the company, Fine Laser Designs. Maybe you can even freeze the video, use that QR code. So hopefully if you like the content, you'll subscribe, leave a comment, And check out the links down below. Got you some discounts for some cool merchandise. And hopefully we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.